Hello and welcome to myself, Janet Broughton, the Positive Change Coach. Now, this is day 4 of Tap Along Week. And Tap Along Week is about using emotional freedom technique, EFT, we refer to it, or sometimes tapping. And it's about removing negative emotions, negative beliefs, the things that cause us to have, whether it be an absolute meltdown, whether it's nervousness, whether it's anxiety, depression, all those things that really, really get in your way. And EFT, emotional freedom, wow, free from all that stuff that stops you living your best life. Now, emotional freedom technique is sometimes referred to as acupuncture without the needles. We tap instead, okay? And where we're tapping are the meridians, the energy lines of the body, that in acupuncture, they stick needles in. Only with EFT, as I say, we tap instead, which means eventually you can use this for yourself. So what I want to look at today is how to start freeing you from those negative beliefs. I believe I'm rubbish, I'm pathetic, I'm useless. There's so many of them. And we beat ourselves up more than anyone else could ever do so. You would never say the things to other people that you say to yourself. You're not going to turn to somebody and say, you're rubbish at that. But you'll say it to yourself. Even worse, sometimes you might actually say it out loud, reinforcing it, because when you say things out loud, you reinforce. And in EFT, when we're tapping, we say everything out loud. And I'm often asked why people don't want to speak out loud, but actually it's to reinforce it and strengthen it. So it's really necessary. Now, if I just explain what we're going to do first, and then we'll do it. But there's a couple of things I want you to get ready. So I'll tell you what they are, pause the video, and then we'll start again once you've brought them in. So first of all, you want a pen and paper, okay? You want a glass of water, and I want you to have tissues ready just in case, because sometimes people cry. So pause the video, go away and collect those few things, and switch back on when you've brought them in. Okay, welcome back. So you've got your pen and paper, you've got your tissues, and you've got your glass of water. Brilliant. Now, the way we start with EFT, and what I want you to use the pen and paper for, is I want you to think about that belief, that negative belief. What is it? I'm useless, I'm pathetic, I'm rubbish, I'm no good. Just choose one. We're only doing one. We don't go into global stuff, just one, keep it specific. And I want you to write that down. I believe I am rubbish, pathetic, useless. And it might be something you think very specifically, and the more specific it can be, the better. So I'm rubbish at something. I'm useless at. It could be a deep held belief, something like I'm rubbish, I'm evil. Thinking of your personality as opposed to something you do. So write down that negative belief and what it relates to. Now you've got that written down. Now the second thing I want you to write down is, if that belief was to be measured on a scale of 1 to 10, where 0, it's not there at all, and 10, it's absolutely believe I am rubbish, really, really strong belief. What number are you at on that scale? And don't think about it too much, just the first number that comes into your head. And if you're not sure, just guess at it. Now write that down. Okay, So now we know the number, we know what it is. And what I want you to do now, just close your eyes and just think about that negative belief. I'm pathetic, I'm useless, I'm awful, I'm evil, I'm rubbish. Whatever one it is that you've chosen to work with, just think about that. And now I want you to just go into your body and see how it feels while you're thinking about that negative belief. Is it tense? Is it heavy? What's it doing? Is your stomach churning? Are you going hot and sweaty? Whatever those feelings are, just note them, feel them. And now write them down. Where on your body, what it is you're feeling physically. That's brilliant. That's really well done. So now I'll explain what we're going to do with that information. If, say, you've decided to work on I'm rubbish, okay, then we would start off tapping the side of the hand. Now, it's the flat of one hand and the fingers of the other. And I don't mind which way you do it. It doesn't matter, whichever's most comfortable for you. And we make a statement, what we call the setup statement. So what we'll do is we'll be tapping there and saying out loud after me, even though I believe I am rubbish, I totally and completely love and accept myself. Now, the way that is set up, even though, is because you believe something and then you beat yourself up. So I believe I'm rubbish and I'm no good at this. I'll never be able to shift it or something like that. So whatever it is, even though you've got this thing, I totally and completely love and accept myself. Now, you might be thinking, I can't say that, but I love myself. I don't want you to really think about it. Just say it. Just go for it and say it. And all that's doing is getting rid of the beating up and the beating up. We're a bit of a double one today. So we do that and we say it out loud and say, just follow me. So when I say, even though I believe, and you put your bit in, I totally love and accept myself. And we'll do that statement 3 times. And then we do what we call the round of tapping. Now, the first position is above the head. Now, we're not going right in the middle. You want your fingers like that, and you tap just a little bit back. And at that point, we're only saying, I believe I'm absolutely rubbish at looking after people. I really don't know what you could be saying. Okay. And then we have the position there is thumb across the ring finger and the little finger, and the other 2 fingers up. And you tap the beginning of the eyebrow. I believe I am rubbish at. 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 But of course, I want you to say what you believe it is that you're rubbish at. And then it'll be on the collarbone. That's not too hard. We don't want any bruising. And then the flat of the hand, I believe I am rubbish. Now, common reaction, it's a big sign. Some people yawn, some people giggle, some people burp, all of which, and that's, cry. That's why I asked you to get the tissues just in case, because we're letting go of all that stuff we're holding on to. And then I will ask you to now put a number on, and it will have come down. And then I'll ask you to go into your body, and it will have changed. And we're going to do 3 rounds of it. Now, in this half-hour video, and I'm only working, literally globally, because I know you come from all over the world, then I can't be working specifically on your problem. However, I can guide you through it, and we will reduce those negative beliefs. And your body will start to feel calmer, feel better, feel healthier. But they're quite strong beliefs, and therefore it's acknowledging that, you're feeling okay now, but we also know we've reduced it a bit, but they're still there. And when we have those negative beliefs, as I said a little earlier, the body reacts, and we we don't do things, or we do things, or, you know, sometimes because we believe we're no good, we're not worth it, we're not enough, we're horrible, we put ourselves in situations to prove that. So it's not about always stopping, you know, so, you know, stop doing something and start doing something. It could be either. And so that's where, you know, you need those one-to-one sessions. So if you would like to know more and want to work with me, then I invite you to a 30-minute complimentary discovery session, which we'll do over Zoom, and then we'll see how we can work together. So you've decided your negative belief, you know where you're feeling it on your body, and you know what number you're at. We call them SUDs, subjective units of disruption. Okay, so let's make a start. Now make sure you're comfortable in your chair. Do sit back, get your back nice and firm, and don't have your legs crossed, have your feet firmly on the ground, because we're making flow through the body, through the energy system, and if you crossed you're blocking it. So we want you to be open to the flow of the energy. That way you can release it. So start tapping for me on the side of the hand. Okay, and then you just repeat after me. Even though I believe, whatever your negative belief is, I totally and completely love and accept myself. Great, well done. Even though I believe, put your words in, I totally and completely love and accept myself. Even though I believe I totally and completely love and accept myself. Okay, now release the hands. Now we're doing that sort of little on top of the head, just towards the back slightly. I believe. Okay, now the two fingers, beginning of the eyebrow, but whatever it is that you believe, negatively. Side of the eye, that little bony bit. I believe. Then state your belief as you're tapping under the eye, that cheekbone bit. Then above the lip and below the nose, I believe. And then on your chin, what that belief is. Remember, you're saying it all out loud. And then the soft fist, just on that collarbone point, I believe. Flat of the hand, underneath the arm, whatever that negative belief is. Gently release. Nice big breath. Okay. Have a little sip of your water. We like to keep it hydrated when we do energy work. Okay. Now, on that scale of 1 to 10, how much do you still have that belief, that negative belief? First number that comes into your head, guess it if you have to. And it will have come down. Now do that closing of your eyes, go into your body and see how it feels now when you think about that negative belief. Make a note. You've made a note of your number, make a note of how your body feels. And it will be feeling a bit calmer. Maybe if it was feeling heavy on the chest, for instance, it feels lighter. If you were tight in your throat, it feels easier. Whatever it was for you. Okay. So we're going to do that again. So start tapping the side of the hand again. And repeat after me. Even though I still believe, then put your belief in, I totally and completely love and accept myself. Even though I still believe I totally and completely love and accept myself, even though I still believe I totally and completely love and accept myself. Okay. Even though I still believe I totally and completely love and accept myself. Okay. So now we're going to do the round of tapping. So fingers like that, just a little bit back on the head. I still believe. Okay. 2 fingers, thumb across the ring finger and little finger, beginning of your eyebrow. And whatever your negative belief is, state it there. Side of the eye, I still believe. Under the eye, your negative belief. Of the lip, I still believe. On your chin, your negative belief. Remember, you're always stating it out loud. And then the soft fists on your collarbone, I still believe. And then under the arm, under there, and state your negative belief. Nice big sigh. Okay. Now, put a number on where that belief is now on that scale of 1 to 10. Just write it down. So first number that comes into your head, and just guess if you're not sure. Right. Now, go into your body. See what your body's telling you. How's it changed? Write that down. So now, your number will have come down and your body will have changed again. Now, I changed the wording slightly there on that way down, because when you were at your high number, I said, I believe, and that was it. There, I changed it to I still believe. Now, this time we're going to say, even though I still have some belief. So I'm changing the wording to reflect the fact that the numbers are coming down. If by any chance your numbers haven't come down every time, don't worry about it. As I said, it's very important to be specific, and we're doing this as a very large group. So don't worry too much, just keep working with it. And it will be making a difference, I promise you. So we're going to do our 3rd round of tapping now. So tap on the side of the hand, even though I still have some belief that, whatever your negative belief is, I totally and completely love and accept myself. Even though I still have some belief that I totally and completely love and accept myself. Even though I still have some belief I totally and completely love and accept myself. Okay, release. Top of the head with the fingers. I still have some belief that, at the beginning of the eyebrow, what is that belief? Side of the eye. I still have some belief under the eye that, above the lip, I still have some belief that, whatever that negative belief is, and then the soft fist on the collarbone, I still have some belief, flat of the hand and the arm, that whatever your negative is. Gently release. Okay. So again, what number are you at now on that level of belief? Write that number down. And then go into your body. See how your body now feels. So now you'll see that the numbers have come down, that the body has released some of whatever tension or heaviness or whatever it is that you're feeling. And that's just in those few minutes, just a couple of rounds of tapping. And that's doing it, to say, with a large number of people. Whereas when we work one-to-one, I am totally concentrated on you and we can get much more specific. And so although you're feeling definitely improved, there is more work to do. You know there is. Those negative beliefs have stood in your way a very long time. You can do a little bit more for yourself. That, as I said, I was changing the wording. So next time you might say something like, even though I still have a bit or a little bit of this belief that, whatever it is. So you're reducing the wording. There's no need to do anything fancy or clever, or just stick to what is simple and what the belief is. However, if you want to, as I said, find out more, do contact me for a 30-minute complimentary discovery session via Zoom. We will work through what it is that you need. And then we can look at the 50-day positive change program. So I hope that's been useful to you. I am doing on Wednesday, which was last night, we did, which I recorded, and I will send out to you. It was a live recording. So I will put that out there if you would like it. So do contact me if you'd like more of to see the video of me working live with a group of people and to get the question and answers. So thank you very much.